Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see how to determine the number of solutions for a linear equation in one variable. Here we have a linear equation. In this equation x is a variable. This a, b, c and d are constants. So this is a linear equation in one variable, that is x. Here we have three possible cases for number of solutions for this linear equation. The first case is only one solution, the second case is infinitely many solutions, and the third case is no solution. Okay, now let's see how to determine if this linear equation has only one solution. Let's consider the coefficient of x on the left side, coefficient of x on the right side, that is a, c. Now let's consider the constant on the left side, constant on the right side, b and d. Okay, if this linear equation in one variable has only one solution, the coefficient of x on the left side, the coefficient of x on the right side will not be equal, and we don't care about the constant terms. They may be equal or they may not be equal. We don't have to worry about this. Okay, now let's consider the second case, that is infinitely many solutions. Now let's consider the same thing, that is consider the coefficient of x on the left side, coefficient of x on the right side. Then we have a and c, and consider the constant on the left side, constant on the right side. We have b and d. Okay, if this equation has infinitely many solutions, the coefficients of x must be equal, the constants also must be equal. So then only this linear equation will have infinitely many solutions. Now let's consider the third case, there is no solution. Again, the same thing, consider the coefficient of x on the left side, coefficient of x on the right side. Then we have a and c, the constants b and d. Okay, if this linear equation has no solution, then the coefficient of x on the left side, the coefficient of x on the right side must be equal, and the constants must not be equal. So these are the three conditions we have to check whether the linear equation one variable has only one solution, or infinitely many solutions, or no solutions. Okay, now let's quickly look at some examples to understand this stuff more clearly. Let me consider a linear equation one variable, that is 3x positive 5 equals to 0. Okay, I want to know whether this linear equation one variable has only one solution, or infinitely many solutions, or no solution. Okay, now to check the number of solutions for this linear equation, this equation has to be done exactly in this form, ax positive b equals to cx positive d. When I consider the expression on the left side, it is exactly in this form, ax positive b. But the stuff on the right side is not in this form, cx positive d. Let's write the stuff 0 on the right side exactly in this form, cx positive d. Okay, let me do it. That is 3x positive 5 equals to, this 0 can be written as 0x positive 0. So the simplification of this one is 0. Okay, now we have the stuff on the right side exactly in this form, cx positive d. Okay, now let's consider the coefficient of x on the left side, coefficient of x on the right side. So 3 and 0, they are not equal. Since the coefficient of x on the left side, coefficient of x on the right side are not equal, it means the first condition we have over here, and we don't care about the constant terms. They may be equal or they may not be equal. So since the coefficients of x are not equal in this linear equation one variable, this equation has only one solution. Okay, now let's look at an example for the second case, that is 3x positive 5 equals to 3x positive 5. So this equation is exactly in this form. Let's consider the coefficient of x on the left side, coefficient of x on the right side, that is 3 equals to 3. Consider the constant terms of 5 equals to 5. The coefficients of x are equal, the constants are equal. So clearly it meets the condition what we have discussed over here in the second case. So this linear equation has infinitely many solutions. Okay, now let me consider case 3, that is 3x positive 5 equals to 3x negative 1. Okay, here the coefficient of x on the left side is 3, the coefficient of x on the right side is also the same 3. So 3 equals to 3. But the constant on the left side, constant on the right side are not equal. Since the coefficients of x are equal, the constants are not equal, it clearly meets the condition what we have discussed in case 3. So this linear equation has no solution. Okay, now what we can do is we can look at an example which is a little more complicated and will have that kind of questions in SAT. Okay, let's go to that example. Here we have an equation. In the given equation, s and r are constants and s is greater than 0. If the equation has infinitely many solutions, what is the value of s? Okay, the information says s and r are constants. That is, s over here, r over here are constants. Then we have to consider this x over here as variable, and the exponent of this x is 1, the exponent of this x also is 1. So clearly it's a linear equation in one variable, that is x. But this linear equation is not in the form what we have discussed already, that is ax positive b equals to cx positive d. Now what we need to do is we have to get this linear equation exactly in this form, and then we have to use the condition that we have discussed for this stuff, infinitely many solutions, and then we can find the value of s. Okay, now let's get the expression on the left side exactly in this form, ax positive b. Now what we can do is we can take this denominator 4 for this 12x and 28 separately. Then we get 12x over 4 positive 28 over 4 negative s over 13 equals to, and also we can get this stuff in this form cx positive d. We can distribute this constant r to this x and negative 8. Then I'm getting rx negative 8r. Okay, here 4 goes into 4 1 times, 4 goes into 12 3 times, 4 goes into 4 1 times, 4 goes into 28 7 times. Now we have 3x positive 7 negative s over 13 equals to rx negative 8r. Now I got the given linear equation exactly in this form. So this is x term, that is we can compare this one with ax, and here this is constant because we know that s is a constant, so this is completely a constant, and this is a term containing x, and this is constant because r is constant. Okay, now let's use the stuff we have discussed. That is, the question says infinitely many solutions. Then the coefficient of x on the left side, coefficient of x on the right side must be equal. Then we have 3 equals to r. And also the constant on the left side, constant on the right side must be equal. Then we have 7 negative s over 13 equals to negative 8r. Our aim is to find the value of s. Okay, here in this equation there are two unknowns. One is s and the other one is r. So to get the value of s, I must be knowing the value of the constant r. Here we have the value of r, that is r equals to 3. We can plug in this 3 for r over here. Then we have 7 negative s over 13 equals to negative 8 times 3. Okay, let me continue over here. 7 negative s over 13 equals to negative 24. Now let me subtract 7 from both sides of the equation. This positive 7, negative 7 will cancel out. Negative s over 13 equals to negative 31. Now let's multiply both sides of the equation by negative 13. Okay, negative 13 times negative s over 13 equals to negative 13 times negative 31. Okay, here this negative times negative will become positive. 13 times s is 13 s over 13 equals to negative times negative is positive. And I multiply 13 and 31, I am getting 403. Okay, here this 13 will cancel out. I am getting s equals to 403. Here I got the value of s, that is 403.